Investigation ongoing. No suspects named, but suspicions linger within the community right near Annie and Tommaso's home. Why do FBI keep going back?
Or the family member that they're looking at, they're pretty sure that that's the case, all right? I took the quickest showers hoping you were still live. I am live, my friend. All right, let's keep going.
So this is like a big, just open area. Her house is back on the other side over there. But they were all just stopped here and searching. And this kind of goes back to us seeing the helicopter yesterday. There was a helicopter up over her house where they were searching. So I don't know if they're getting tips or what, but there's definitely still a search going on in her neighborhood. All right, so clearly there's still searches going on. I showed you this drone video yesterday that shows kind of what the neighborhood is like from the sky and just how spread apart the homes are. But I also wanted to give you an on-the-ground look at the area right around Nancy's house. All right, so I just want to show you guys a little bit of the lay of the land with the neighborhood. This is Nancy's house here, and they now have security outside, but you can see all the media here in front of the house.
Yep.
And
I had so many clips to put together to see the house, to go around, to watch, because I want you guys to understand that a kidnapping in that area with a high profile person, meaning Savannah Guthrie, that is her net worth is $40 million. It's very, very typical that if someone was going to kidnap a high profile person's mom, that they would ask for a ransom because they know she has money. But they didn't email her or email even the news station that, from my understanding, that she works for. They just sent him out randomly to all the news stations they could think of. I'm going to look and see how many different news stations, if I can find out. Let's watch this.
A lot of you have been asking me, like, what's it like around the neighborhood? What's it like next to the house? This is my team, by the way. This is Nick and Mo. They're working like crazy out here. I appreciate them. But so anyway, that's Nancy's house. That's her driveway. And then you can see, like, everyone's like, oh, it's a neighborhood. But let me look right next to her house. There's just a lot of just wooded area. And I say wooded, I mean, it's cactuses, it's desert. Then you can see the next house next door is back behind the brush here. But across the street, there's just more brush. And when people are like, oh, you know, there's got to be a ton of cameras around. There's got to be traffic cameras right there. I mean, now you get an idea of why we're not seeing much video. Granted, there might be some traffic cameras down along the main drag that I saw, but there's no cameras right in this area. And even if houses have cameras like this one, you see how far set back they are from the road. And if you look at my video from last night.
So that's why they're going to be able to see the cameras. You can rip off a Ring doorbell all you want, my friends, but I assure you, you can rip mine off and I can still see on my camera you walking up to it and then you ripping it off because it stays on cloud storage, which 90% of the time people have that. All right. And thank you, Carly, for coming out. Thanks all the mods for coming and doubling down. Let me continue this, but I wanted to tell you that they say that only 2 recipients have publicly been confirmed to have received the emailed ransom note. They verified that the local Arizona outlet 13 News received an email on Monday that appeared to be a alleged ransom note. And then TMZ reported to receiving what appeared to be a ransom note via email. So far, 2 news outlets, 13 and TMZ, are the only ones that have confirmed that they received the ransom note. So, very interesting and strange. Why not send it to the person that has the most money?
It's pitch black out here. I mean, there's no street lights or anything like that out here. Hey, how you doing?
Interesting.
It's right back there.
Oh, interesting.
There are no cops there. Yeah.
Do you have any?
Do you live around here?
I do.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm on a live stream. I don't know if you mind me just talking to you for a minute. Yeah. What's your name?
I don't want to talk.
Okay. Okay.
No, I just need to find the police. They're not here.
No. Did you know something?
Well, I have pictures.
What kind of pictures?
Well, we live in this neighborhood, but closer to First Avenue.
Okay.
We had a ton of people in here casing these houses.
People casing houses?
Oh yeah, I have pictures.
See?
Really?
I called a tip line yesterday.
Can you show me? Do you mind?
Yeah, but not until I'll come back.
Okay.
So listen, what if we find out it was the dude that was casing the houses? And the classic one, you're right. However, the cloud storage can be deleted if they have the passwords. And if they have the passwords, the classic one, then it's somebody that's closer than we think, because I cannot imagine anybody just being able to log in to their passwords and delete the stuff. I know, right? All right, let's keep going, because this is a theory too. This is absolutely a theory. And if this is someone casing the house that was doing that to other houses, then money's the motive.
I'm right outside the front. I definitely find the police though.
I want to tell you right now, most common thieves, robbers, kidnappers are not going to pull an elaborate scheme like this and get the Bitcoin set up and do. I'm telling you, something's not right with this at all.
They're not outside the house, but I would go to the sheriff's office.
No way.
Well, no, that's a really big drive. But I'm going to go over to the other house because I know where that is.
Go over there. And there were also police just searching around the corner.
Corner where?
Gosh, I got my.
It
gets tricky around here. Yeah, it does.
And see, that's why it's so incredibly hard to believe this is random.
Yeah.
I mean, I live in this neighborhood and I couldn't find it. My husband grew up just a little bit over there, and so he walks here all the time.
Well, that's what I was just saying on my video. I'm still recording, by the way. I hope you don't mind. But yeah. But I was just saying on my video, people don't realize how, like, they think, oh, why isn't there more video? But there's no cameras around here.
Exactly.
Or if they're on the houses, they're set back.
They're around.
Now, listen, I wish it was something different. And Mom, I think you're still in chat. Listen, just recently, my mom had a friend. I don't know if it's a friend or somebody you were caretaking for, Mom, and she couldn't find her husband. Her husband goes out for a walk every day, and he never came back. Right? So they looked and looked and looked, couldn't find him. Ultimately, and this just happened, I don't know what, a couple weeks ago, Mom. Ultimately, I guess a police officer or a person reported finding him. He got hit by a car. It was a hit and run. He was doing his normal walk on the sidewalk like he does every day, and somebody hit him, and he flew so far off the road they couldn't find him until she called the cops. And then I don't know if it was law enforcement. I don't know if it was tracking dogs, but he was right there. And it wasn't rural, like it wasn't an area like that. So that happens. Thank you. Smashed out like. And this is the theory about a person casing the area that I read you earlier. That's what this neighbor's saying.
Are they?
Yeah, they're around. People have them, but that's one thing over there that my husband, because our neighborhood is technically part of this one.
Okay.
This is just the older part, and people have cameras over there. I know one person has cameras.
What the pictures you had, is it what kind of people walk? Like what?
There are people who come and ask for, do you want to buy solar panels?
Oh, yeah, that kind of stuff.
Windows washed, but they never have equipment.
Yeah.
And then there's a real weird situation that happened a while back. So I'm gonna go.
Okay, go talk to police. Thank you. That's interesting. I heard that woman there.
I'm gonna go talk to police. You should have told the police that days ago, woman. We're
friendly here for the most part, but so as you turn the corner here, this goes up back behind. This goes back up behind Nancy's house. So this is the house next to hers here.
Saying that.
You heard her just say that people have cameras, but I have not seen a ton of cameras. My producer yesterday spotted a couple. The helicopter that we saw up in the air yesterday was up kind of above this area here, circling for a while.
That's what
I just wanted to walk a little farther back just to kind of show you the area back behind where Nancy lives. The houses are really nice.
Hey, Allie Callie.
So this back here would be back behind the house, back in that area right there. So hopefully this gives you guys a little more of the lay of the land. I showed you the drone video yesterday, but.
And guys, if she said it was a solar panel person that was installing solar panels, then that person probably installed solar panels on all the houses in the area, and it's going to be somebody they know, right? And now we got a lot of different things going on. But listen, why would law enforcement tell us as the people, tell the neighbors, there's no harm or threat to them at this point, right? I said it was homeless. What was homeless? And you can't always see cameras, but a lot of times there are. I know, and I don't answer my door either. I look through the doorbell, and I have everything, and I have a lot of security.
It would be easy at night to get in and out of here without like a camera, I think, being able to spot your tag or something like that. And there are only a couple ways in and out of the neighborhood, and it's kind of twisty and windy in here. I'm joined now by Maureen O'Connell, a retired FBI agent and host of the podcast Best Case, Worst Case. Thank you again for joining me, Maureen. I really appreciate it. I always appreciate all of your expertise and analysis of what's going on.
All right, well, let's listen for a little bit what's going on. I still have 1,908 people here, and there's no shortage of information breaking right now. All right, so let's listen. I'm going to look, and I'm going to try to answer your questions. I'm looking as fast as you guys can ask them, but you got to remember there's almost 2,000 people in chat, so I don't see everybody's. I'll do my best.
The first thing I want to ask you is there's been reports out there about there being a suspect or person of interest. And the sheriff's office put out a pretty strongly worded statement today saying there is no suspect, there is no person of interest, and basically saying it was irresponsible. Those reports were irresponsible. Do you think that there might be someone behind the scenes and they just don't want to say it?
Yes, I think it's a very good strategic move to keep all this stuff close to the vest.